Okay, for the new year, we both want to get healthier, and we have been talking about going on a plant-based diet for quite some time. Now, we do prefer whole foods, plant-based, to stay away from the processed stuff. And that's what we're mostly going to be doing, but occasionally a little bit of processed food is okay from time to time, especially if you get to craving something. So we are trying our very first vegan item today. It's processed, obviously, but we are going to try the DAIYA pizza. Now, I've been doing some research, and original DAIYA cheese is supposed to not be so hot, but they came out with the new cutting board style cheese, and it's supposed to be a lot better. And this pizza does have the cutting board style on it. This has meatless Italian sausage, crumbles, mushrooms, and bell peppers. It's dairy-free, soy-free, and gluten-free. So I'm hoping that
it looks like a regular pizza.
Yeah, it looks like a regular pizza. And obviously I just opened the box because we're getting ready to put it in the oven. And I'm going to insert where I opened it, and I'll show you what it looks like frozen. And then I'm kind of a little bit scared and nervous, because a lot of times people say that if you're going to eat like vegan cheese or vegan meats, to wait a little while so you kind of forget what the real thing tastes like. But I don't want to wait. I just want to try it because I'm so ready to like stop eating junk. Well, I mean, this is processed, but you know what I mean.
But it's not bad.
Right.
It's not very junk.
Right. I mean, it's processed, but it's not junk. So I'm ready to get meat, kick it to the curb. We have actually been really like pushing out the animal products lately. We've been doing a lot more like whole foods, like vegetables with rice and beans and such, and not using very many animal products at all. But it is the holiday season, and it's kind of hard to have parties or even go to parties and avoid all animal products.
Yep.
I mean, at least for us, this is all new to us. I'm sure there are seasoned vegans out there that know how to navigate the waters of holidays, but we don't because we're new to this. So it does smell a little weird. Even the it smells a little bit weird, but it's almost.
A little bit.
I thought it's the cheese that smells funky, because even when I opened it up, frozen, it smelled a little bit strange, but it's almost. The smell is almost like a heavy mushroom smell. It smells real mushroomy. It does have mushrooms on it, but the smell is like a really kind of heavy mushroom funk. Which I guess, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's a good thing. I guess we're going to see. We're going to see. So we will come back when this goes in, when it comes out of the oven. It cooks at 450 degrees for 16 to 21 minutes. We have a very slow oven, so it's probably going to take 21 minutes to cook in ours. I mentioned this on the in the frozen part. You're supposed to cook it directly on the rack. I never cook a pizza directly on the rack. I think it makes it taste funky. So, and it makes a mess. So, I'm cooking it on a pan. So, we'll be back. And, oven's ready. Well, it looks like pizza. I mean, I just opened it up. I wanted to show you what it looked like frozen. Looks like a regular pizza. You are supposed to cook this directly on the rack. I never do. I have a pizza pan. I don't like putting things on the rack. Okay, this just came out of the oven. I will say it smells like a regular pizza when it's cooking. It smells amazing. And this is a little messed up because when I went to lift it up, I got a little bit of a cheese pull, like a little bit of the stringy. I was very impressed by that. I hope it tastes as good as it looks and smells, really. I will say that the crust did stick on my pan just a little bit. I'm actually glad I didn't cook it on the rack because it did stick a little bit. We've only tried we tried a cauliflower crust pizza one time and it was horrible.
It wasn't good, no.
But this is just a gluten-free crust, so all of this is going to be new to us. So we're going to take a bite and See how it is. Hopefully it will not burn our mouth. Oh, it did in my oven. The time said 16 to 21 minutes. It took about 26 minutes in my oven. Oh, that whole piece is just breaking off where I pulled that. Look at that. You get some cheese stretch there. All right.
Sit.
Don't you sass.
Okay, let's try.
All right, let's try this. Okay, we've had 2 bites. What is your...
If someone gave this to me after it was cooked and they didn't say it was like a meat-free or vegan style pizza, I wouldn't have known. I like it. I actually like it.
I like it too. I'm actually quite impressed
It's
with
really
the flavor.
good. It's really
It
good.
really, I mean, the flavor of the peppers and the mushrooms comes through. The sausage crumbles are very small, so I can't really particularly taste that. I might just put a couple pieces of crumble in my mouth first. Let me do that off camera for a second. It tastes like sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one thing I will say, the texture of the crust is really good. It's crispy.
Mm-hmm.
And we love thin crust anyway because we love crispy thin crust. I mean, if I eat a pizza, I want to be eating the toppings, not a bunch of bread.
Not all bread.
Right. My only thing that I noticed that's a little bit different, even the cheese did get a little brown. The only thing I noticed that is a little bit different is the cheese. I want to say it's almost like a gummy texture. But it's not gummy as in the fact that it's not chewable. It dissolves. Like it's gummy, a little gummy at first, and then it kind of dissolves, almost like melts in your mouth. So the texture is not completely the texture of mozzarella, but not too far off.
Mm-hmm.
So, but honestly, what Matt said is, if somebody just handed me a piece of this and did not tell me it was a vegan pizza, I wouldn't know. I would be, if they were just like, hey, here's a good frozen pizza, why don't you try it? I would be like, hey, this is a good frozen pizza.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It really is. I'm actually really impressed by this. Oh my gosh. I'm going to eat some more and we'll come back with our final word and rating. Okay, what are your final thoughts after eating it?
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I did too, actually. We tried a cauliflower pizza once a while back and took a couple bites each and threw the entire pizza in the trash. We threw it in the trash and went and got takeout. This one we finished. Well, I couldn't finish my last 2 bites. I gave them to Matt because I got really full.
It is filling.
It's really, okay. Earlier I said that it was good for a frozen pizza, but now after eating that, I feel like it's just good pizza. Like it doesn't have a frozen flavor to it.
No.
The crust was so crispy. It was so good.
We'll probably keep them in the freezer most of the time.
Yes. The price of that was $6.99 at our local Publix, and it was with the rest of the frozen pizzas. I was really impressed. Like I was like, I can't really taste a lot of the sausage, so I took some sausage crumbles up and just put them in my mouth and just chewed that, and it tasted like sausage. I mean, It had the same sausage. You could not tell that it was meatless sausage at all. I also think that this would be good as just, even without the sausage, just as a regular vegetable pizza, it would be good. My only thing is for me, I'm a texture person. And first I said the cheese was kind of gummy, but soft, which is a little bit contradictory, I guess. But it's maybe a little bit sticky. Kind of like if you took a bite that just had a bunch of cheese on it, it would be a little bit sticky in your mouth at first. But then like the texture of the crust came through and it just balanced everything. The sauce was amazing. So the only thing that was different from a regular sausage and pepper pizza was the texture was just, of the cheese, was just a little different.
My only grief was the toppings were good. You just need more of them.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I could always use a little more
There's
toppings.
a lot of bare spots on the pizza.
Yeah.
Or at least on my pizzas.
Well, I probably could have sat in there and like picked and spread up because things do
But
shift
you shouldn't-
around.
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, things shift around but yeah, they should put just a little bit more on there. So, out of 10, what would you give this?
About an 8.
Okay, I'll actually give this an 8.5 or a 9. Well, we don't know any other vegan stuff to compare it to.
If there's more toppings, not more kinds, but just more of what was on there, I'll give it a 9.
Okay,
There was too many bites I had that was just cheese.
Okay. I had some good toppings. I did have a couple bites that were just cheese, and I don't like regular cheese pizzas because, like I said, I have a texture thing, so I don't want just a big gloppy bite of cheese in my mouth. So yeah, I did have a 2 or 3 bare spots. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 8.5 though because it tasted like what it was supposed to taste like. So flavor amazing.
It was good, yeah.
Texture of the crust amazing. The vegetables tasted. It had I read it out. It had red peppers and bell
Mushrooms.
peppers and mushrooms, and all those flavors came through really well. So they tasted fresh, even though they came on a frozen pizza. So this is going to be in our freezer now for the weekends because I was actually really impressed with it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so if you are wanting to switch over to vegan or plant-based lifestyle, but you just have a hankering for pizza, I absolutely do recommend getting a DAIYA pizza. Just make sure it has the cutting board cheese on it. I think they probably do that on all of them now. So.
I don't know.
But anyway, that's it for our review. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you all have a very good new year, and I will see you later.
Bye.